Imagine being a single woman in the Middle Ages. If you were lucky enough to be born into a wealthy family, your parents would be scrambling to find a suitable husband and a big enough dowry to sweeten the deal. If you were less fortunate, well, let's just say your options were limited. If a family had more daughters than they could afford to marry off, the less attractive one might be shipped off to a convent. After all, why waste money on a daughter when you could invest in her spiritual salvation? And let's not forget, back then, a woman's worth was often measured by her ability to produce heirs. And if you thought that was bad, wait until you hear this. Medieval doctors believed that women needed sex to stay healthy. Yes, you read that right. So if a woman couldn't find a husband, the solution was to find a midwife for a little, hands-on help. Talk about a medieval makeover. For most women, marriage was the ultimate goal. But it wasn't about love or companionship. It was about security and status. Girls were taught to be demure and obedient, and their main job was to find a husband who would take care of them. And don't forget the dowry. That was like a down payment on a good husband. If you were poor, your options were even more limited. You'd probably end up as a servant, working your fingers to the bone to save up for a dowry. By the time you were old enough to get married, you'd be considered an old maid. So who were the lucky guys who ended up with these older women? Usually, they were widowers with a bunch of kids or old men looking for a nursemaid.